Joining us now, Skye Perryman, President and CEO of Democracy Forward, a new pro-democracy coalition that signed on to support Civil Service Strong, a group of organizations offering legal and other resources. Skye, good afternoon. What executive orders are you planning for from the Trump administration on day one? And how do you plan to fend off what I was just mentioning, the job cuts as well as Project 2025 moves?
Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn because the drama in Washington, D.C. is heating up faster than a microwave burrito. Today, we're diving into the chaos unfolding in the federal civil service as they brace for what some are calling, wait for it, Trump's Retribution D-Day. Yeah, you heard that right, D-Day. Apparently, the cozy remote work lifestyle of some government employees might be coming to an end, and suddenly everyone's panicking like it's Y2K all over again. Let's get into it.
Well, we really think it's important that the United States government work for the American people. And so we are working to ensure that it can continue to do so in this next administration. Project 2025 outlines a range of plans to undermine the independence of the United States civil service, the men and women that do things like keep our medication safe and make sure our air and food quality is where it needs to be. And so we are really monitoring all of these threats and looking at the legal responses that would be available to people and communities who benefit from all of these services that the American civil service provides.
Trump has signaled plans to clean house at the DOJ, and Rolling Stone is reporting that Jack Smith's team is preparing for his retribution, talking to lawyers about possible ways that Trump DOJ could try to make their lives, quote, hell, precautionary measures that they should take, and even how to avoid going bankrupt. What are you hearing from people who worked on various Trump investigations, the 2016 Russia investigation, the Mar-a-Lago classified documents case, and Trump's federal 2020 election interference case?
Well, the important thing to remember is that in the United States, we have a president and not a king. And a retribution agenda is just not consistent with American values. So I think you have a range of individuals who have served their country, filling civil service positions, filling other positions throughout the government, who have done the best that they could do to fulfill their duties to the Constitution. And if the incoming administration seeks to engage in retribution, in some type of brinksmanship around personal interest, I think you will see that there will be a broad coalition there in the wings to help respond on behalf of the American people and on behalf of our nation's best values.
The Washington Post here, Skye, reporting that the DOJ Gender Equality Network held an online discussion to share advice about legal rights and how to prevent personal information from being posted broadly online, an intimidation tactic known as doxing. What are their main concerns?
Well, we've seen, and this started really months ago, even during the campaign season, where there were a range of very far-right organizations that were actually targeting individuals who work within the federal government, people who, by the way, swear an oath to the Constitution and to the American people, not to any political ideology. There were Heritage Foundation-supported groups that were putting names of individuals online as early as this summer, and there's a lot of concern that those types of tactics will continue. And so I think everyone is seeking to do their part to ensure that our civil service is as protected as possible, able to remain independent and do the work of the American people, and that individuals are not unfairly targeted.
She's talking about them like they're just innocent civil service workers. I mean, Jack Smith didn't just pop out of nowhere. He was handpicked to go after Trump with the kind of enthusiasm you'd expect from a guy chasing down his high school rival. Indictments, investigations, and more subpoenas than you can count, and all conveniently timed around election cycles. If that's not weaponization, then I don't know what is. And now, these same people are panicking because Trump might come back and actually hold them accountable. Suddenly, the Justice Department is clutching its pearls and preparing for D-Day like they're storming the beaches of Normandy. Give me a break.
Speaking of online information, specific federal workers' information was exposed on the X platform. Were any laws or rights infringed in that process? And are there recourse options that are open to those employees that were part of that?
Yes, I think a lot of there's a lot of looking at what has happened, and I know that the particular individuals who are affected are considering, obviously, the rights and remedies that they have. The main thing that we all need to keep in mind in this time is that we do have to use our own voices, the American people, to say that this really has no place in America. People who are seeking to do their job, to fulfill their duty to the American people and to the Constitution, do not deserve to be targeted by anyone, let alone by an incoming administration that obviously has a similar obligation to the Constitution and to the people. And so I think that you'll see, you'll see a range of groups and others seeking to support civil servants during this time.
Quickly here, Sky. So is Musk at risk then, and he being the richest man and also the person with the largest following on the social media platform we were talking about? What's the strategy for federal workers to try to take him on in these cases? Can workers put up a fair fight?
I think that there's a range of issues with what the incoming administration has announced, what we've heard Musk and others come out and say that they're intending to do. Legal scholars across a range of perspectives have said that many of the tactics and plans that they have really have a range of legal problems. And so I think that you'll see that materialize in the coming days.
Let's call it what it is. This isn't fear of Trump's policies, it's fear of exposure. Exposure of corruption, shady backroom deals, and a whole lot of skeletons in the closet. And Jack Smith, he's not scared because he's innocent. He's scared because he knows exactly what Trump might find if he starts digging. So, here's the big question. If Trump really does come back and start cleaning house, will it be the justice we've all been waiting for? Or will the swamp fight back even harder to protect its secrets? One thing's for sure, it's going to be one heck of a show. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is Trump's Retribution D-Day the reckoning we need, or just more political chaos? Hit that like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates here on Anomaly Report. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.